If you follow this trial, you probably know there is a lot of smoke. The Lori Vallow trial has a lot of smoke. She is hook, line, and sinker to a crazy religion where she thinks people become zombies and possessed by spirits, even her own kids, and of course the wife of her boyfriend. But where there's a lot of smoke, you still have to find the fire, and you still have to find the smoking gun. And I'm not 100% sure that we have found that smoking gun yet. Why did the prosecutors go after money, power, and sex as what this case was all about? Why did they do that? Instead of just saying, this is a story about a woman who was so knee-deep in her religion, she believed that she should kill her kids and her romantic rival. Why didn't they just say it like that? It's a good question. And by the way, there is a legal term when a judge asks tough questions from bench. That is called a hot bench. And joining me tonight is Judge Rachel Juarez from the hit show Hot Bench. See what I did there, Rachel? Judge, thank you for being here. It's good to see you. Okay.
Thanks for having me.
You're so good at this stuff. You fly 30,000 feet over these cases, and you get it right away because of all of your experience. I don't understand why the prosecutors didn't just come right out and say, she's crazy. She followed a cult leader, just like Jim Jones and Marshall Applewhite and all those other guys have done. And she killed her kids because she believed they were spirits, as opposed to money, power, and sex, which just kind of muddies this water.
I totally understand your point. And look, at some point, the prosecutors are just going to have to come out and say it, presumably in closing arguments. Killing your children because you believed it was the religious or right spiritual thing to do does not justify homicide. But, I think the reason that the prosecutors have gone for something bigger here is because of exactly the point that you brought up just a minute ago, which is that there isn't really a smoking gun. And I think we heard today, actually, in some of the testimony that was actually a lot drier and a lot less interesting than many of the other things we've heard, what that smoking gun is going to turn out to be. And it's the financial piece of this. It's the fact that Lori had Tylee's Social Security checks changed to be deposited into her account immediately before Tylee's death. And I think that that's going to be one of the key components here in showing that this was not something where maybe Alex Cox got the wrong idea about how to banish a demon out of someone, or that somebody took things too far in trying to expel Ned from Charles Vallow's body, but that this was really a plan with a purpose. And so I kind of understand why the prosecutors have gone for something more than just religion doesn't justify murder, because it's going to tie up into really the only evidence they have that Lori Vallow has taken specific steps in furtherance of this conspiracy.
That was the next question. I mean, you sound like a Yale and a Stanford grad. Look at you. The furtherance part, I've been trying to figure out the furtherance, but can you say that? Can you say she changed Tylee's Social Security checks to go into her account right before the killing? Can that be looked at as furtherance to the killing?
It can in this case, because specifically the charges that the prosecutors got an indictment on from the grand jury and that they're presenting in court are conspiracy not only to commit murder, but conspiracy to commit murder and engage in grand larceny, which means stealing the funds from Tylee's bank account. And so because those are part of a single conspiracy charge, which, by the way, the defense did bring motions to try to separate those two conspiracies, and that's been unsuccessful thus far. Because the conspiracy involves both pieces, then certainly an act of changing a bank account or changing deposit information would be in furtherance of the conspiracy. And I think
Judge, real quick, 10 seconds left. Do you think she should testify? I mean, you know how that's like the don't do it in every single trial, but do you think she should?
Not here, certainly not. The defense's argument is the prosecution can't tell us what happened, and putting Lori on the stand would only give the prosecution a way to try to figure out what happened and what her role was. I wouldn't have her testify.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.